Hi guys, and welcome to a quick video update about the ships of disrepute. So, as you're probably aware, Core Space comes with these really cool little shipboards that are both an airlock while you're playing games, but also between games. They measure all your cool stuff that you have to kind of pay for and repair, like propulsion, life support supplies, hull integrity, etc. There's some little upgrades on there as well, and it's got a little hold area with this handy little reference, so you don't have to keep looking at the book. They are brilliant. I love them. However, as you upgrade your crew, whether you're existing player or new to Core Space, you can start to amass a little bit of money, and you've got all this crazy cool equipment you can spend it on. One of the things we want to be able to spend it on is a bigger ship, something bigger, better, just more powerful. Okay, so big warning here. What I'm about to show you is a mock-up, and the reason I'm showing you a mock-up now is because I'm still tweaking some of the final rules. We've been play testing this, and it's really good fun. As I do all of the artwork for all of the game terrain and all of those kind of components and all the equipment counters and all that, I will not do the artwork until I know that what I'm doing is going to make it to the final game, which is why I've got a mock-up. But this shipboard is brilliant. Okay, so with that over, let me just show you what we've got so far. If I can drag this over here. Oh, move those out of the way. Okay, so here's my shipboard, and this is what I'm using at the moment. This is my mock-up. Again, apologies. This will look just like all the other components in Core Space. I'll put some lovely art on it, and I'll move things around to make it all perfect. But basically what you get is a lovely plastic dashboard, a bit like the cruise dashboard, a little bit deeper. And what it has two parts to it. First of all, it has this kind of cutout area here. This is kind of your ship overlay, and then underneath you've got another card insert, which is basically your ship. And so there'll be some named ships on here, like the Iron Hope and the Yamato and so on and so forth. But also on the other side there'll be blank ones so that you can create your own ships and so on and so forth. And then what this overlay does when it snaps in is it basically it reveals the various areas of your ship, and each different ship will have a different cost, and it will allow areas for upgrades and so on and so forth. So this is basically your ship's dashboard. It's really cool, but what I want to do is kind of explain what it does, as it were. So I just want to briefly cover a few of the things. First of all, it's got all of the lovely joy that you get from your original ship dashboard. And so in this center area here, and like a few basic areas around here, excuse me, you've actually got your propulsion and all the things that you need to kind of look after on a daily basis. That doesn't change when you've got a ship. In fact, there might be a few more things on there, bigger ships, more to go wrong, as it were. And then it's also still got the little hold on it as well. So you can see here, there's an area here for your hold, and you can transfer when you sell this ship, and you'll be able to sell this ship for a value, of course. Excuse me. You're still going to be able to transfer anything you got over there. However, that's where it stops. And so basically, you've got a ship here. It's more expensive, but it does certain things. First of all, I talk about upgrades. On this one, you've got a few little upgrades you can do here. With this one, it's a little bit different. And how this shipboard works is, you'll notice that, hopefully you can see, there's these like greyed out areas on it, on this. Obviously, this is, I must stress this mock-up is just very basic. You've got these greyed out areas that are linked together. So, but you've got these hex areas where you can upgrade your ship. So if I want to place an upgrade into the ship, I have to spend money in these areas to upgrade it. Okay. And so what you would do at the end, you'd spend money to kind of, place some upgrade points. And once you've got one complete upgrade in there, you would be able to purchase an upgrade. For example, I've got this little teleporter upgrade, which gives you a mod which allows a much better result when you are trying to emergency teleport your traders. As just one example. And you purchase that, you put that up there, and you then benefit from the effects of that. And there'll be various different upgrades you can do. So, for example, you might have a medical upgrade that will allow you to, if your crews have to miss missions in between because they've got hurt and so on and so forth, as per the rules, you can basically counteract some of that and get them back into the fight a lot quicker. You might have things like tactical that give you tactical advantages. You might have be able to place a tech to use the tactical upgrades, and they would be able to open and close doors on some terrain sets, or affect the environment. Maybe dampen the effect of certain event cards, or give you some kind of shielding. Okay, there's lots of cool things that we're doing with that at the moment. It might be a propulsion upgrade, so it could be that it allows you to, in the trade phase, to actually, depending on what rule set you're using, you can visit more of the, maybe you can visit 2 shops instead of 1 shop, and so on and so forth, because you've got the upgraded propulsion. And as part of that, there'll be things as well like fuel. So there'll be fuel to take into consideration. This is a big ship now. This is not like a little 125. The fuel is going to be a lot more. It's going to use a lot more fuel to get you around. So you're going to have to start buying and spending some money on fuel and stuff like that. Okay, but you've got more space for your crew. You can build a bigger crew and so on and so forth. You'll also notice that we've got some areas on here which are actually kind of cut out as well. These are designed so that you can actually stand your crew in there in game and move them from one place to another. That will allow you to actually have the crew interact in game. So if you move your crew to the helm, for example, that would allow your shipboard to maybe move around the board and do things like that. If you want to assist your crew, you might have to take them to tactical and use that space to allow you to do your crew as well, which is really, really cool. Another section which is really cool and is a big part of this upgrade is reputation. When you actually get a bigger ship, you are much more noticeable. Your ship gets its own reputation as per the crew, and so do the crew within inside. It's a bit like having the Millennium Falcon. It's known, as it were, across the galaxy. So with this, you have a reputation tracker at the bottom. The reputation tracker is brilliant. So every time you do a mission, what would happen is the reputation tracker will go down. So because naturally you're looting and you're generally smugglers, as it were. So you'll always get reputation. So there's going to be things that you might want to do in mission to kind of counteract that. The lower your reputation goes, the more likely it is that you're going to need to actually be attacked by other NPCs. So, for example, if the Galactic Corps come in and onto the board, or people who are affiliated with that, they're more likely to attack you if your reputation is low, because you're on the wanted list. But vice versa, if you've got gangers and things coming in, maybe if your reputation's low, they're more likely to work with you. If your reputation gets too low, it's going to have negative effects. It might affect what shops you can shop at, who will trade with you between missions and who not. So you're going to need to balance that. If you want to grow your reputation, you can do things in mission to help your reputation grow. So, for example, whether you're playing original core space or the new firstborn core space, you could maybe help out the news reporters. Or the miners, you can the prospectors. You can help out civilians in the original game. Rescue a civilian, protect a civilian, do something like that. And what that does, that helps to grow your reputation. And if you can move your reputation higher, when the Galactic Corps come in, your space police, what they're going to do is they're more likely to target a different crew, or they're more likely to, or less likely to target you immediately. But vice versa, gangers might actually really just kind of go for you. But you might then get better. You might get better trade deals between mission. So the reputation is a really cool mechanic, which will be tracked across here. Again, massive mock-up here. And you could probably see here there's other spaces as well. So we've got an extended hold as well, which you can upgrade, so you can actually start to kind of, save up for more things. And in Firstborn, that's going to be really useful because you've got things between missions that you might not want to sell. We've got the tablets that if you collect 4 of them, they're worth a hell of a lot. So you can slowly build your storage space, but still have room for other cool equipment, as it were. You'll also notice that for those of you that are not new to Core Space, you might have seen our lovely shuttle, which is really cool. This came in the original Core Space, or was designed in the original Core Space, and it's a really cool shuttle. You get access to the inside, so you can put your crew in there. You can even put a pilot in the front because the little pilot seat can be removed, clips in and clips out, so you can have a figure in here for a pilot. And we've got this cool stuff at the back where you can open this little door here and create this little ramp to allow people in. So it's an actual in-game thing that you can kind of, land and park. It's a mechanically sound thing. It is brilliant. And when you purchase the shuttle, and you have to buy the shuttle for a whopping 90 UA, you get this little token here. And so you can place that in there. So there's lots of little things that take into consideration, not just all the new cool things from Core Space, but also the existing components, which are all out there and much loved as well. So everything from upgrades to your hold extended, your reputation, paying for fuel, your costs, your recording of your UA, your shuttle, everything is on there. It's a really, really, really cool idea, and I've just been having so much fun with this. When you've got an extra crew member, you might have a crew of 5 because you purchased a crew of 5. Having somebody in that ship that can actually influence the game now, get yourself to tactical, use their actions to get them in, and actually spend their actions and their skills to kind of interact with the game as well. It makes that 5th member or 6th member or 7th member of your crew that you've hired really useful. So you end up with a pool of traders that you can have a mission. You'll be like, right, okay, I've got 7 traders. I'm going to take these 4 on the mission, or these 3 on the mission. And I'm going to leave this particular, make sure this guy stays in, because when you put your tech in tactical, great things happen within the game as well, and you can affect the game that way. Really good fun with that. That's really, really cool. Because it is a mock-up, and I haven't done this final artwork, and because I'm just fine-tuning all those rules, I'm still open for ideas and things that might influence. Anyone that's seen the original Core Space knows that right up until the print date, we're taking on ideas and we're thinking about cool things. Everything from the amount of things that happened on the original Core Space, like the armor slot and the civilians on the back of the cards, and all these cool things happened from your feedback. So while this is still in flux and I'm kind of like deciding which are the best ways to what to keep and what to lose and so on, please do drop some comments on the Kickstarter with just some ideas. I'm still reading that. I've got a whiteboard up here behind me with that has got currently 15 different things that I've written down from your comments that may or may not have an influence and make it into the game in some way, shape or form. So please do that, whether it's on the comments here, on either of our Facebook pages or social media. Drop the comments in, and because I just love to see those ideas. And sometimes I've got a really cool idea and I'm using it in the game, and somebody says something and it'll be the same idea, but there might be a slight twist on it, and sometimes that little twist, I'm like, well, actually, if I do that, that would really just help me. And that's what playtesting and the final stages of that are about. Once that's done and I'm happy with everything, I will give this the ginger claw treatment, and it will basically look amazing, the same as everything else. So I just wanted to explain to you about that, so that you can get an understanding of what really the ships of Disrepute is all about. I love it. It's really good fun, and I'm just having a blast putting it together, and I'll continue having a blast when the Kickstarter finishes. Just realising that final part of that. So if that floats your boat, jump on, grab some of those, and for your existing crews or your new crew or whatever, and it'll really give your crew something to aim for. Quite a few of you guys I mentioned what happens when your crew gets maxed out and so on and so forth. A lot of the content from this Kickstarter is really going to help that. The side dashboards that fit on, they're really, really brilliant. Purchasing a new ship for a whopping amount of money, fantastic. What a great thing to do. Some ships will be more cost effective but have less areas for you to upgrade when you put the overlay on them. Some ships will be like super whopping expensive, you know, and you might not have any money left over for upgrades. But in the long run, you run more missions, that ship might be a lot more powerful because it's got more opportunity for that. So I'm really loving all of that. I hope you love it too, and until the next update, happy gaming.